Peace and blessings. Welcome to Essence Tarot. And this morning we're going to talk about how to identify your twin. Okay? So first of all, we want to start with understanding that it is a soul connection first, not just physical. Physical is the last step, okay, of manifestation. But we have to start with understanding the beginning, okay? So it's a process that has to be taken. Just like there's a process to life, there's a process to death or transition. There's a process to everything that you have to do, as well as a process to learn and live, okay? There's a process to the twin flame journey, okay? People have to understand it starts from the spirit first. Everything you do, that's why it's good to meditate. That's why it's good to understand your soul connection. See, society teaches you and distracts you from that. And what we're trying to do here as a collective union to awaken other people is to help others recognize themselves, to help others, realize that what you're in is not exactly what you're in. See, twin flames and soulmates and karmics and all that stuff, that's all cute and whatnot. It really doesn't have a name. It has a feeling. It has an energetic feeling. Now, these feelings could be mimicked. The feeling can be mimicked, but it can't be duplicated, okay? It can't be authentic. It only could be one way to identify your twin, and that starts from here, okay? You can feel anything. You can sense spirits. You can sense everything, but people got to understand the difference between this, the connection between the twin flame and just or just a partner or a karmic or whatever you want to call it, whatever name you want to give it. Okay, it starts from the soul first. Okay, yeah, you can have feelings for a pet, you can have feelings for a job, you can have feelings for money, but that will never be greater than what the Creator had created within you. Okay, your eyes. It starts with your eyes. When you first meet this person, you guys lock eyes. Now, what happens when two people lock eyes is they are reading each other. Okay, they're reading each other. They're trying to see. Okay, your eyes are like a GPS for your soul. Okay, or your soul is like a GPS, and your eyes are the windows to the soul so that you can see where you're going. Okay, so when you do that, when you meet your twin flame, okay, you guys start with here. First, yes, it does start with a feeling, okay, but to recognize each other, you see it here. So what happens is when the two souls meet, all right, and they lock eyes. Now, yeah, you can get a feeling, you can get synchronicities, you can get all that. That, even if you haven't met your twin, that don't mean you're not a twin, okay? That don't mean you don't have a soul partner or life partner. That still doesn't change anything. It looks the same, but it's not, okay? Everybody has a way to identify, but it definitely starts the same way. Just like I said, birth and death starts the same way. Same thing like meeting your twin. It's still the same process. You have to meet each other physically, and you have to recognize, okay? But what happens is above, which is the spiritual realm, when you go to sleep, when you astral travel, when you do all that good stuff, you guys meet in the astral plane, as well as other people too, like family, random people that could be your soul family and whatnot. So at the end of the day, like I said, as above, so shall it be below. I will be doing my little documentary on that. I haven't did it yet, but go check out my other ones on my YouTube. Y'all go subscribe. All that information is in my bio if you're on Instagram. Y'all check out my Facebook, my Instagram, and everything if you're on YouTube, on Facebook. Okay, y'all make sure y'all share this to someone who will need it. Okay, people that are in the twin flame union are not obsessed. They are just trying to find out who they are. Okay, so it's nothing wrong with doing that. Okay, but what we must do as twin flames is understand that we have to give these people time to grow. Okay, yeah, we can love all day long, but you still have to give your partner, because you could be up on this level and your partner can be right here. Okay, but that doesn't change the frequency, because you too at a different level, but you don't realize, like, you may live your life different from your other twin, even though it's supposed to be the same, but everybody does things differently. Nobody's exactly the same. That's what they say, opposites attract. But at the end of the day, the soul knows it. Energetically, you guys are a match. But physically, you may be not on the same level physically. So that will cause a little ripple in the little magnetic pull you guys got going on. Okay, remember there's always a magnetic pull between the two. You will always be pulled back no matter what. But at the end of the day, if there is things in between it and distractions and all that stuff has to be cleared out. Regardless, the path is real. It cannot be mimicked. It can be imitated, but it can't be. It's the same thing, but it can't be. It's not as real as the real union itself. Okay. So true twin flames know and recognize um, the journey. Okay, somebody can come up to you and say, "Well, I've been this, that, and the third, and I saw this, that, and the third," but that doesn't make it your twin because you experienced something with somebody else's twin. That just makes it that you're on your path, but you will sooner or later will run into yours. Okay, and you would have learned what you need to learn. Okay, for those twin flame who has already met, because everybody has a different time of meeting each other. For those twin flame who have met, you know exactly who you are. You know exactly what the experience is. You know how to recognize when somebody tell you what did you experience. That shit will be something you would explode. It's like they like the Big Bang meeting your twin. Okay, it's two souls meeting. You can't beat that. Okay, when your eyes lock, there's a flame lit. Okay, there's a flame lit. It's almost like a thumbs up. You understand? Thumbs up from the soul. Like, this is the one. Yes, yes, this is the one. That's what the soul screams. That's the one. That's the one. Then you start going on this rant and then you go on this journey and you start going on this dark night of the soul and all that for both of y'all, because you both go through it. You just do it differently. Yes, there is a runner, a chaser, is what they call it, but there is a twin who is still in fear, and there's a twin who is not. So that's what the runner chaser is. The runner is somebody who's still in fear, who still hasn't learned their lessons, who still needs to learn more. The chaser is somebody who already learned enough, still has to learn, but has learned enough, and is willing to face themselves with unconditional love in a way. Okay, but both of the twins still have growth to do. If you haven't came together yet, there's still some growth on both ends. Okay, yes, there's some that accept their fate and willing to teach others, like myself. I accept my fate and I'm willing to help others. But like I said, just because I'm with or without my twin doesn't make it not real. Okay, so like I said, this is my journey, so I know what I have to do. I don't really care too much about what anybody else has to say, because my soul screams out the truth, the truth, the truth, the truth, and I have to stick by that because that is who I am. So if you are on this journey, you know what I mean. You know what I mean. And see, real recognize real. So yes, there is a way to tell if somebody is your twin or not, because the connection is something you just cannot not talk about. This is like one of the greatest experiences anybody can have on this planet Earth, because it feels like a magical feeling. It feels like something that was not of this, not of this time, day and age. So the connection is way beyond way beyond our power physically. So when you do meet your twin, it brings those specialties out. It brings the feeling of magical out. It brings the reality out. It really puts a lot of the truth forward. And that's another thing, that when you meet your twin, it's not just about being together, it's about growth. Because you want to be able to save your essence and take that to your next level when you go back to where you come from. All right, when you transition back home, you want to know who you are. You want to remember. Nobody wants to forget. You don't want to be told by the creator that created you that you fucked up. Excuse my language, but you messed up and you did this, you did that. You want to do right by your creator, because you love your creator and you should love your creator. So at the end of the day, meeting your twin flame is a rough journey, but it's a true journey, and it's who you should be. So if you have met your twin, you know what the journey is. Teach others to help seek the truth, because a lot of people are blinded and are in situations that are toxic and not. Even if you are in a twin flame union and your relationship is toxic, give it space, give it time to heal. And that goes for me as well. So at the end of the day, real recognize real. You real twin flames know who you are. Okay, don't let nobody tell you you're not. You know who you are. But those who seek and believe that they're in a twin flame union and don't recognize it, learn your lesson, because you will have to learn that until you meet your next level. So that is somewhat of